Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Haywire Homestead. We have a lot going on today for this Saturday, and I'm going to try to take you along with us as much as possible. So the first thing I'm trying to work on, besides we're getting all the barn chores done and getting all the animals fed, is we're going to go ahead and prep the 2 horse stalls that I have, and possibly my small kidding stall. It's basically a large horse stall that we shrunk down for new moms, so that way they can't get away from the babies if you know that's an issue. Uh, we've got to get bedding and hay and water set up in them because we just have so much water laying because we got a ton of rain. I think I've said that 100 times on these videos, but my goats are miserable, and I'm concerned about the health of their feet. You don't want their hoofs to start rotting and get fungal and all of that kind of thing. So we're gonna throw them in the barn and the stalls for several days. Let their feet dry out. I can inspect, I can look over and examine their feet. I can go ahead and trim them, and then put some. There's a antimicrobial thrush aid on them. I'll go ahead and just treat everybody to try to just stave off any, as my farrier says, any bad omens or anything bad. We just want to prevent that. I do it for my older horse as well, because she has Cushing's and has a depressed immune system, so I have to clean her feet and treat them, which we've got to get that done too. So today is going to be several things. We are going to be setting up the stalls for the goats. We need to clean the horse run-in, and we are also going to be going to a quail farm today, and we're going to take you guys with us, and we're going to check out their operation, take a look and see how they raise them, get information on feed and care, because we're also going to be buying hatching eggs from them in the spring. So I better quit talking and get working.
We're cleaning out the disgusting nesting boxes in the chicken coop.
Yeah. Isn't that your favorite job?
No.
No. You don't like this job, do you?
No,
I don't really like
stinks.
this job either.
It stinks.
Yeah, I know. It's gross, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, we're in luck. We have a fresh egg.
Yeah.
And it's still warm. Nice egg.
And it is cold.
It's not that cold out today.
It's cold outside.
I don't think it's that
My hands
cold.
are freezing.
Oh. Okay, so both coops are clean. I want to put some more bedding down underneath that roost to make it easier to clean. But we are back to a nice, clean, fresh, not stinky coop. And all of this came out of both coops. It's pine shavings, straw, hay, and chicken manure. This will be going on the garden. And it can sit all winter, and it will break down and hopefully make our vegetables grow a lot better. So in this container, I grew bunching onions, so that way I could have a continuous supply of green onions. And I forgot about them. And they're actually still kind of green, and the bottoms are nice and big enough. But we'll take these inside. There's a few carrots in here too, but I don't know that yeah, that one didn't even want to come out. I don't know that the carrots had enough time to grow. So I'm going to take these inside with me, and we'll trim them up, and I'll use them with dinner tonight. If there's a carrot or two. Gabe would probably enjoy snacking on a carrot. Yeah, they didn't. The carrots didn't grow that well in here, which I'm surprised because this soil is okay. That one went crazy. We'll give that to the chickens. So I'll take the onions in for us. And we'll give the crazy carrot to the chickens. So our power went out. Somebody hit a pole. So we were like, oh, okay, whatever. We started a fire, and I was cooking on my camping stove. Well, the kids decided to ask if we could cook outside on the fire for dinner. So I'm doing my really easy one that I know it turns out really well. Excuse me, in my Dutch oven is my red beans and rice. So if you want to see, I've got a video on that already. It's, I believe, our first Pioneer Day on how I make that. But I got all the ingredients to start it in here, and we've got the fire started in our fire pit to get some coals going in order for me to cook this.
You are. I'm right on top of you.
Now, folks need a expensive rainbow play set, and we have a tree that lost a huge limb, and my kids are playing in the tree on the ground. So they've actually been taking the loppers and lopping off branches in the center to create a hole down in there so they can have a tree fort in this downed tree.
Until Dad cuts that thing short of it.
Yeah, until your dad has time to get home and cut this tree up. Yeah. So this is what they've been doing.
Most
About
of the day.
43 degrees outside, and the sun is trying to come out.
My butt's cold.
And we are
Alex's butt is
so
cold.
I'm cooking outside, and this is the start of our red beans and rice. I've got to add some more coals to it, and this is my Lodge lid lifter that I got as a birthday gift from my mom, and it works really well. Today's the first day actually I've used it, and you just hook it down, hook it on there, and squeeze the handle, and up you go.
Yeah. So it's really handy.
Okay, so now that we've got dinner started outside, we are going to head to the quail farm. The massing there. I have I call it, well, it holds 25 chicken eggs, I think.
Luce, come on.
The baby quail and the brooder. Look in there.
Yeah, you can open it up. There's about 100 of them in there.
Wow.
Don't pop up though, so.
Yes, my friend had that happen
Lucy,
in the house.
Lucy,
Come on, you go
get
out.
out of it. Ain't your baby.
Look at that. Can you see them in there?
Pull it
She
back.
said you can
Here,
lift the lid
slide
up
it back a little bit.
I'm trying to catch
like this. Just like
Yeah,
pull this way. There you go. There you go, Gabe. Now you can see them.
They're so cute.
Aren't those funny?
They're so cute and funny. Little quail babies. I just want to hold one.
Yeah, you
What?
Pick
you
one
want
up.
one? You gotta catch one now.
Just grab it.
Oh, he's good at it.
There you go.
Especially since they're baby chickens. They're easier.
Huh? You want to name them all? Don't let it
He'll
go.
fly,
Hey,
he'll
it'll
fly.
fly.
Hold on to
Don't
him
hold
now.
on to him.
Yeah, you'll get loose.
Yeah, just like
Set it back in there. Oh, wow.
so cute. That's a lot.
Yeah, let's close it back up.
We're doing hundreds at a time.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 800 at a time.
Wow.
We used to
Yeah,
do.
you guys have the big one.
We used to do January to June. This year we've done. I just stopped.
Yeah, almost all year.
And I had to call it.
October.
Not doing it anymore this
To
year.
the beginning of October anyway.
A yard sign underneath of the quail
Yeah.
cage. Okay.
And see, you can see them here.
Under these, are they all hens, or do you have some
No,
hens and
I
roosters
have
in each one,
A
or?
rooster in each one except this bottom one. Those are all hens. But one rooster for every 5 or 6 for the best fertility.
Okay. And I know the males can sometimes fight quite a bit.
Yes, they're very aggressive and it's a bloodbath if there's too
I hear
many.
a lot about scalping.
Yes, absolutely.
But
Which nobody warned me about. at the
now,
very
what's the
beginning.
difference between the brown and then you've got the white?
Well, we used to have, up until like a month ago, I downsized. We usually have like up to 1,000 birds at once.
Wow.
So I've really downsized for the winter. We usually have Manchurians, which are Italian. They're
Okay.
like a peach-colored speckled. We have, these are English whites, but these are A&Ms.
There's a
These are silver. There's a couple chickens.
No, there's
That's Fanny. She's a pet chicken.
We
These
have
are
some
silver.
of those.
These are Pharaoh. They're all Coturnics.
Okay.
They're all Japanese Coturnix. They're just different
Different colors,
of them.
right. So we bought a dozen quail eggs, and this is Wood Bottom Quail Farm. Really nice lady, nice family. We met both her and her husband. They buy berries from local farms in bulk and do a lot of jams and jellies at the farmers markets. The quail eggs, they do chicken eggs. They also have done Katahdin sheep in the past. They've scaled back a little bit on regular chickens and the sheep. But she gave me a pair of quail scissors. So we're going to try these out later. Maybe cook 1 or 2 of them up. And then I think we might take the rest of them over to my parents' house tomorrow for everybody to try them. But there they are. Aren't they so cute? They're so little. Look how tiny they are. So we got more long pallets that are on treated timbers. I'm probably going to cut that one apart and make it into a make the 10-foot posts that are treated into a clothesline. And Gabe is taking the new bedding back so we can finish prepping the stalls, and then we'll get the goats in the stalls so they can get their feet dry.
Mom?
Okay, so what I'm doing is making a hay feeder for the other stall for the goats to keep it up off of the floor. So I just take a food grade, say 50-gallon plastic drum. I'm going to cut a hole in the top, and then I'm going to cut holes down here at the bottom in order to make it a feeder, and then we'll just mount it to the wall. Because they're not used to having to stay in stalls all the time. But we'll just have them in here for probably 2 days. Get their feet trimmed, put the fungicide on them, and we'll go from there. Unfortunately, their dogs are not happy either. I don't have a way to keep the dogs in here safely, so the dogs are not very happy that their charges are in the barn. And that's why I don't want to keep them in here too awful long to stress the goats out, stress the dogs out, and it'll be not a good thing. So we divided them up into groups. Hi, Princess Leia. Divided them into groups that they tend to do very well. These are the 3 original first goats that we had, so they are used to being around each other a whole lot. And other than Betty being a bit bigger than the other 2, they tend to get along relatively well. Okay, so there it is. Yum. So dinner made with fire. Thankfully, we were able to get everything that we wanted to get accomplished. We got the goats moved. We were able to go and see the quail farm, pick up some quail eggs. We learned a whole lot today. And thankfully, the power came back on. So that way the house was able to warm up a little bit more before we went to bed. Sun's going to be going down here soon, so I'm going to get off of here so we can go back out and feed the animals and get them all tucked in for the night. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend.